Hello Dave is brought to you ad-free by my supporters on Patreon. Become a Patreon yourself and get your name listed as a supporter at the end of every video by following the link in the video description. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hello Dave with Down to Earth Astronomy. It's Monday after a very quiet week in Elite, and not a lot has really happened. I've been out trying to figure out what's been going on. Why has everything just been quiet this week? And it just seems like not a lot has been going on. And there's one thing specifically that hasn't been going on, and that hasn't been going on since 3.0 was launched, that I find a little interesting. And that is the fact that the Thargoid attacks on stations have just completely stopped. From one day to the other, they just stopped. I don't know if this is to illustrate, if this was planned, and it was to illustrate a change in tactic, that now that we are beginning to see the Thargoid scouts, that instead of just going outright and the Thargoids just do full-on assaults on these small satellite stations that are not really part of the main bubble. And now they're moving into a more like a hit-and-run kind of tactic, where they have the small scouts. They're going to scout out the bubble to figure out where they are going to attack next. But at least it seems odd that they just stopped out of nowhere and they're not attacking anything. I don't know if that's because that all the Aegis stations have been attacked, but if that was the case, why are they not attacking the ones that are the few that has been repaired again? So that seems weird to me, and there's been. I've had a few speculations, and I must say that this is tinfoil hat on, because this is very much speculations. And I must say I have absolutely nothing to, no kind of proof or anything. It's just my own guess. But I've been thinking of two options. One of them is that the Thargoid attacks on stations was disabled on purpose because the players were not able to keep up and repair the stations at the rate they were being attacked. And Frontier was maybe afraid that if the Thargoids moved into the bubble and were beginning to attack the stations in there, the players were not really interested in the whole Thargoid storyline, would be kind of mad because suddenly their station in maybe their home system was inoperable and there was probably no one coming to repair it for the next many months. That could be one reason why they have decided to disable the Thargoid attacks, or if they were disabled, it might just be that it was actually planned. Alternatively, and that it's because that they don't want people to, the stations to be in that attack state, because they would then generate all the rescue missions, the passenger missions for people who just want to get out of the station and to a mega ship just parked outside the station. You could do those missions extremely quickly, and they would pretty much have a inexhaustible amount of missions in that station for people who want to be ferried out. So you just sit doing that for days. So I'm thinking if these missions, if they was disabled the Thargoid attacks because they wanted to disable that situation where you could do those missions so quickly, because they anticipated that there were going to be some issues maybe with the reputation system, where people would be able to gain reputation extremely quickly by just taking these missions and handling for reputation, then ranking up in absolutely no time. Now we will see that happen anyway, but that could be one reason that maybe they actually did think of that. Alternatively, it could also be because that they didn't want those missions because that would be a very effective way to generate engineering materials, especially high-grade engineering materials, very quickly. Since those type of missions would often offer a lot of tier grade 5 materials, so you could just go run those missions for a couple of hours. You would have tons of grade 5s that go in and trade them down to lower rank now with the material traders here. That could be an explanation as well. I'm not really sure. Again, this is just me guessing without any kind of proof to back my my guess. So keep that in mind. But just because that leak has been quiet doesn't mean that I've been idle. This week I decided to do a remap or a redesign of the layout on my stream. And the reason why I've done that is because the YouTube has recently implemented a new feature where when you watch a stream back, when you watch the replay, you can still see the live chat in the side of the video, even though you're not actually watching the video. Oh, that's wrong. Even though you're not actually watching it live, you can still see the live chat as it was when the stream was actually live. So that means that there's no longer, that's not strictly true, but that removes a lot of the main points why I had my chat on the stream to start with. I had that because I wanted to be able to allow people who were watching the stream back later to still have an idea what I was talking about if I were replying to a comment in the chat. But now you can do that. That removes a little bit of the point for having the stream. I know that there are going to be some people who say, oh, but I just watch the stream in full screen. I don't want to have it somewhere else so I can... And I guess you're right that if you're only watching the stream in full screen, then you will no longer be able to see the chat. That's a valid point. How many people are actually doing that, I don't know. So, yeah, but I've been looking at least who is watching the stream, watching the replay of the stream. And it is 95% of people are watching it either on a computer or mobile. And I've tested it on both, and at least on the Android version of the mobile. You can still see the live chat when you re-watch the stream back. So that's why I decided to remove that and do a small redesign. And that means that the new setup is gonna be a lot more clean to look at. As you can see, the chat is gone and the banner at the bottom is gone. There's still a lot of stuff going on that you can't see. For instance, I still have a banner. It just only appears from time to time, as you can see here. And I'm still able to run the notifications as I did before. They now just pop up on screen whenever they come. There's still a few things that I might want to change around, but at least I'm going to try to use this new setup with the new chat implemented on YouTube. So let me know what you think. I'm going to try it out on the live stream tomorrow. And I should say that this is still very much work in progress. I'll use this setup on the stream tomorrow, which I'll come back to. But there will be smaller changes and small things that will happen to the layout of the stream, I guess, over the next couple of weeks. And I might just go back to the old one if I don't like this. I like the fact that the game takes up more of the screen. But again, so let me know in the comments what you think of it. Do you like the new layout? It's a lot more simplistic. There's no text and galaxy spinnings and all that stuff going on everywhere. So for that, I guess I like that. But again, well, let me know. I'm rambling here. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Okay, so I promised you to come back to the stream because, as I said, I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, and business as usual. I'm going to give you guys some options for what we can do, and it's gonna be a little boring this time because I'm gonna give you the same options as last week. Last week we had you had two options. That was either Corvette engineering my Corvette, or going and do some location scouting for future videos. So I have a few locations that I want to go to and check out. I'm gonna put those two up again. Last time the engineering was extremely successful. A lot of people really liked that, and we had a very, very good discussion at the end of the stream. I was planning to end the stream, and then I ended up spending, I think, half an hour, 3/4 of an hour sitting and min-maxing shield boosters and shield generator engineering modifications. And I got a lot of nice feedback from chat, and we had a really good conversation going. And it was really, really good. So I really like that. And so yeah, anyway, I'm gonna put it up here, right here in the more info icon. So you can go and you can vote what you want to see for the live stream tomorrow. But that's gonna conclude Hello Dave for this week. I really hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a like down below. Remember to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I will see you guys in space.